about 5 years ago, I grew about 30 of the dwarf tomatoes. And when I got done with that season, a lot of people asked me, well, how come you didn't make the seeds available for sale? And I hadn't thought about that because when I did the project, I was just doing it as a trial. I just wanted to see how well they did because the dwarf tomato project is kind of interesting. Now, when I say about dwarf tomato, if you haven't heard of the project, it was basically started by Craig LaHoulier and some other person from Australia. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. But basically, there was this need for not small tomatoes, but small plants. In other words, people that wanted to have full-size tomatoes, but they didn't have the room to grow large plants. And so they started this project where they were crossbreeding all these different varieties and tried to get small plants, no taller than 4 feet or so, and but they wanted to have large tomatoes on them. So this is how the Dwarf Tomato Project came about. It was quite a while ago. I don't know, like 15 years ago. I'm not exactly sure. But you can go out to Craig's site. It's called the Dwarf Tomato Project. Just Google it and you'll find it. But there's over 100 varieties now. And I have seeds of 50 of the varieties. And so I am growing them this year again. And I'm going to do them in the buckets again because they did pretty well. That's the beauty of the dwarf tomatoes. You can grow them in like 5-gallon buckets. And so I had a whole yard full of those 5-gallon buckets with the dwarf tomatoes in there, and they did really well. A few of them didn't like my area, but for the most part, they did fairly well. So I'm going to do them again this year because some people were upset that I didn't bring you guys along every stage of the process, and they were kind of interested in that. And I didn't do it because, I don't know why I didn't do it actually. It was kind of a trial for me, so there were just so many of them, and it would have taken so many hours of showing them. I wanted to pick the best ones that performed that year. And so I do have 50 of the seeds, but I'm doing 30. I'm going to leave out the ones that really didn't do, exceptionally well. And I ended up with about 30, I think. I haven't counted them. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do those this year, and then I will make them available on my website this fall. So I'm going to bring you in. So far, I've already got, a lot of my regular ones started. Like I've got my Domingo, which I haven't grown in a few years. The seeds will be on the website. I've got Black Cherry, the Herzegovina. This is a really popular one. People love that one. The Opelka. But I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to show you specifically the Dwarf Tomato Project. And I've already transplanted some of them into 4-inch pots right here. So let me bring you in, and I'm going to show you how exactly I do. Oh, before I do that, this is hilarious. Okay, now when I put my seeds in the cups, I do them densely. Like I'll put 7 or 8 in a cup, and then when I go to transplant them, I'll take 2 or 3 of them and put them in 4-inch pots, and then I just will get rid of the ones that are underperforming, like this little one here. In years past, I've just saturated. I can put 20 or 30 in here, and then you can break them all out, put them in 4-inch pots, and then you can, like when I have a seed sale or something like that, I can get 20 or 30 plants right out of one of these little cups. But I didn't do that densely planted this year on purpose. For that purpose, I just did it because I'm going to, like some of these were like 2013, 2015 seeds, and so I wasn't sure how well they would germinate. But they all did really well. But let me show you this one is where I started. Okay, so I throw them in here, right? And this is Kangaroo Paw Brown. This is from 2015, doing fairly well. I don't remember how many seeds I put in here. But check this one out. Okay, this one here is, this is Kangaroo Paw Green, 2015. And look what I got. I think that's a lettuce. So I don't know how that happened. So none of them came up with the 2015, which is, sometimes that happens for some reason. But this here, I ended up with a lettuce. Now I'm going to plant this out in the garden to see what what it actually is. But it's one of those mysteries, and I know that everybody does these things, but they never want to show their mistakes. But I don't even know how that happened because I'm very careful about planting my seeds. I make sure that I'm not dropping my seeds over other cups or whatever. I always bring it out by itself, put the seed in, and then I'm not sure how that happened. That just baffles the mind. Unless it was in the mix when I put it in the cups, maybe it was in there. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to be transplanting. Let me move this junk out of the way. I'm going to be transplanting these here. These are most of them. I've already got like 6 or 8 of them already transplanted. These are the Dwarf project. So it's about time I get these planted because they're already starting to turn yellow because they need nutrients. And I've just been really busy with all my other plants, and it's just time for me to get these started. So let me bring you in. I'm going to show you how I transplant the seedlings into 4-inch pots. So the mix that I'm using here is, oh, there's a worm, is about half of it's compost, a little bit of perlite, and a little bit of peat moss, and nothing really over the top. No heavy-duty nutrients or any fertilizer except from the compost. And this is going to take them all the way through to planting time. So this is dry mix that I have here. I have not wet it yet. Now before I do these, I always make sure that I don't water them for a day or two because I want them to be dry. And so if you take like these, this one's getting really tall. And see, I reuse these all the time. Okay, so this is Dwarf Burl Beauty. And it looks like 2 of these came up. I don't know how many I planted in here. Sometimes I should write it down how many seeds I planted. So let me show you what I do. I take my tray. I've already been doing some of them. And I dump this out. And then, so I've got 2 of them here. So I'm going to plant both of these. And it's actually fairly large. I waited way too long for this. Normally I would take the small ones like this, I drop it in, you guys have seen this before, and then I just push it in, shake it, and there it is, it's all ready to go. And then I'll water it, label it, and it's ready to go. The problem with this is it's so big that I can't just push it in because it's huge. So I'll take some of this out, and then I will just like I'm transplanting, I'll take it out and then make room for it, and then pile the compost back in, or the mix bag. This is really dry. It's been sitting in the greenhouse here, so it's been very warm inside the greenhouse. It's been getting down in the 20s though every night. So I've got 2 of them here. And then I take my cups that I've reused over and over again. Like this one here, I've used it a couple times. I could probably use it 1 or 2 more times. And I've got some here that I've used multiple times. So what I do is I just take and cut it like this, cut it like that, in strips, and then cut them at the base here. And then I'll use these as plant markers, label them, stick them in there, and water it. So this is Dwarf Burl Beauty. Now I put DTP for Dwarf Tomato Project. Whoops. DTP, and I put Dwarf Burl Beauty. I have the world's worst handwriting, by the way. And then what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and water these. Whoop, you stay right where you are. When I go to put these in the garden, I'm only going to take 1 of them. And I will take the healthiest ones, well, healthiest one, and plant it in the 5-gallon bucket. And then I've got my fancy tray from Goodwill. Okay, so that is ready to go. Now these are going to stay in here until they're ready to go out to the garden. Let's try. Well, we got some This one's pretty large here. This is Summer Sunrise, and this is seed from 2015. So I'm going to pop this out, and I'm going to bring you in closer and show you exactly how I do this. Okay, so I pull these apart. I've got 3 of these, and I'm just going to transplant 2 of them. Oh, no, I do have 4. One of them is really small. I'm not going to worry about that one. Okay, so what I do is I just take my seedling, put it on the soil here, and then I just push it down. I just push it by the roots, and then shake it, just like that. That's all there is to it. This one's getting pretty large. And then just push it down in. DTP. Now the reason why I write DTP, that's for Dwarf Tomato Project, I do that because there are so many varieties that I grow that just by looking at the name, I can't always remember that that it's part of the project. So it's good for me just to put DTP on it so that I know. So let me show you a few of the regular ones I'm growing. This guy here, Big Mac's Pumpkin. I just threw it in here. I had that seed, and look at it, lo and behold, it came up. This is a favorite. Mushroom Basket, Mega Marv, Northern Delight. And we've got Bear Claw. Everybody loves that one. This is Noah's Grape. This is the one that I talked about in one of my videos. And that survived, and I'm going to grow it again and let make the seeds available. More Bear Claw. Micro Tom. This is a good one. Yeah, a lot of Micro Tom. And then over here, Domingo, Mariana's Peace, White Tomasel, Big Orange, that's a giant, and Siberia. Black Beauty, I haven't grown this in a long time, so see how that does again. Black Beauty, Gold Nugget, this is a good one. These are getting kind of dry, I need to water them. Yeah, so Opelka, this is a really good one, does well. And then I've got a few other ones, but for the most part, these are the main ones that I'm going to be growing this year. And yeah, White Queen. This one I have not grown. I got the seeds way back about 10 years ago, never grew it, and then I pulled the seeds out and decided that I was going to grow it finally. We'll see how it does. So anyways, that's my project so far. That's the project so far. And I'm going to finish up these here, and we're still getting down in the 20s in the evening, so this place is going to be absolutely overrun with seedlings. But anyways, I wanted to make sure that I told you guys who were wondering, because there were quite a few people that were really upset that I didn't show the progress of the dwarfs and I did not make the seeds available. This year will be different. I'm going to show you the progress of all of them, and I will make the seeds available. I won't make all of them available. I'm only going to make the seeds available of everything that does well. See, on my website, all the seeds available on growyourheirlooms.com are only ones that have done well for me, and I personally like them. I mean, sometimes a tomato will do incredibly well, but I don't like the taste, so I don't make it available. So everything that's on my site are just ones that I really enjoy. Now, I may do a little different on the dwarfs because a lot of people, because taste is subjective, right? Because it's, some people like something, and other people say, oh, it was great, and some people say it was nasty. But so I'll probably make most of these if they produce well and are healthy, then I'll make them available. Every one of them that did well. Because these all did well the last time I grew. And so probably we'll make them available again. But anyways, I'm rambling. Wanted to show you guys this. Stay tuned for this. I'm going to bring you guys along for this dwarf tomato project. I promise this time I'll show the progress. All right? Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later.